Even more people are now in the hospital locally with COVID-19 than when we reported on the same story yesterday at this time. And now we're learning hospitals are pulling back on some surgeries previously scheduled for other patients. Medical staff tell us most of the new patients are much sicker than those during the onset of the pandemic with the Delta variant. News 4 Jax reporter Jim Piggott joins us live with what hospitals are now planning to do. Jim?
Well, doctors say that it's getting pretty bad, and they urge everyone to take precautions if they can, since there's no social distancing or mask requirements really here in the Jacksonville area. And one hospital at Baptist Health System, well, patients that could have surgeries rescheduled, those have been postponed. At Baptist Health, the hospital beds are filling up with COVID patients. There are now 179 people hospitalized. Of that, 33 are in the ICU. That's a big increase over yesterday. 145 people were hospitalized then. It's the reason Baptist doctors are now holding back on some surgeries. In a statement, it says, "We are working with our surgeons to manage the number of elective surgery procedures that require overnight admission to the hospital." It goes on to say, "It's very important to note that many patients are still able to have their procedures as originally scheduled, while others who have been contacted by their surgeons will be given a new surgery date." Some people who had surgery scheduled emailed News4Jax saying they believe the situation at the hospital is worse than what we're being told. At UF Health, there's a similar problem. In just one day, they've seen a 15% increase in COVID patients. It now has 70 COVID patients with 20 in the ICU, and there are 40 others in the hospital that are suspected of having COVID. UF Health has not canceled or postponed surgeries yet, but it could happen very soon.
Day by day, we're having meetings with senior hospital leadership as well as our surgeons to review whether or not we need to pause elective surgeries.
At UF Health, Chad Nielsen says most of those coming in have the Delta variant, and he's worried many of them may not be walking out.
It's also going to increase our number of COVID fatalities here in the next couple of weeks, because as patient numbers in the hospital rise, that's followed normally by about 2-week period of increasing mortality.
No, I did check with the other local hospitals around here, and they're normally reluctant to give us information about COVID situations. But for now, elective surgeries at Mayo, Memorial, St. Vincent's, Orange Park Medical Center, well, those will continue for now. But again, in all cases, they are looking to see what has happened. We're live on the South Bank. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
So, Jim, are hospitals back to limiting visitors?
You know, I asked that question, and really it's they're not at this point. At UF Health, though, for example, they still limit it to 2 people visiting. They're going over this daily, they say, to see if changes need to be made. But if you are visiting a hospital, masks are required, even if you've been vaccinated.
All right, Jim Piggott reporting to us live. Thank you, Jim.